Hello, fellow space explorers, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We are continuing our journey through the history of space flight contract pack. So at the moment, we basically have a bunch of different, 3 different missions that are requiring us to get into orbit. And the problem that we have right now is that we need a solar panel for one of these, and that's a problem because we're not going to be able to pass this until we get a solar panel. So realistically, we're going to have to leave behind one of these missions because I think in the last episode we were working on trying to get an airplane sorted out. I think that's what we were doing, right? I mean, we should probably actually try to keep doing that. Yeah, let's focus on that for now. I know we want to get into orbit, but I want to get as much science on the ground as I can before we really start doing other things. And the really frustrating thing is that we don't have a way of getting our... I started doing this kind of ridiculous back cockpit thing because we needed to be able to get our Kerbal out of the aircraft, but the wings are in the way, and there's no way to get him out like this. So we'll take that off. There's no way to get... I wish these crew compartments had doors. It's super frustrating that none of these crew compartments have doors. It's really frustrating. I'm not sure what the solution is for this because the only other thing I can do is like I was doing before and just try to put a command module on the back. That's pretty ridiculous. It's also going to be impossible for our dude. Let's see. I think what we'll do then is we'll just do like a... what's going on here? Oh, okay, that's fine. So we'll do something like that, and then we'll just force it back as far as we can. I mean, it is what it is. Ideally, our Kerbal will be able to get out to do that. And then we can put... Well, let's look at our... That actually isn't terrible. That actually isn't terrible. So we want this to only control pitch. We can have this one control roll. We'll see how that goes. It's probably not a good idea. As a matter of fact, I think I should probably just disable this completely. And then we'll put some ailerons on the back. I don't get the warm fuzz. You want your ailerons to be as far out as they can so you can have decent control at the extremities. The further out you place your lever, the more control it's going to give you. Okay, and then this will allow us to move the center, or move the wings a little bit forward, which is going to move the center of gravity and everything forward. That's good. And then, it's also a good thing because it's going to allow us to move our gear back to a slightly more realistic spot on the aircraft. And then we also have to remember to bring our wings in a little bit because they look ridiculous just hanging off the aircraft. Whoops, that's not what I'm trying to do. Wings, please. There we go. That looks better. Okay. So now the last part of this puzzle is we need to get... Come on, let go. We need to get that. I don't like it being that tight in. Okay. This may be doable. So the last part we need is we need to put our science items back on there again. We don't need 2. So we'll put that there. We'll put this there. So now, ideally, we have it so that our Kerbal... Let's make sure we actually put our Kerbal in there. Ideally, we have it so that our science Kerbal can pop out of here, reset this material science bay thing. Well, actually... of course the engines are attached to that. Let's put that there. We can use the regular one. Oh, come on. Can you stop fighting me, please? I would really appreciate it. Okay. Am I able to open this in here? Okay, I just wanted to make sure that the doors are going to be able to open. Okay, that's definitely better. I mean, maybe. Maybe that's better. I feel like the center of gravity... Oh, because I moved the engines over here. Okay, that works. I think I want to bring the engines down, even though that's going to look not as nice. Because we want our center of thrust to be as close to the center axis as we can. Okay. This looks good to me. This looks really good to me. Alright, so I think we have all of the science that we can have on there. We have the material science thing, we have our barometric pressure. I think the goo is only... The goo is only based on altitude. It doesn't matter different locations. So I think that's it. Alright, cool. So we'll save this. We'll try to launch this, and we'll see how it flies. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to put the freaking Kerbal back in there, didn't I? Yep, I sure did. Oh, that's so annoying that it won't just remember to do that for me. But that's fine. We'll put him back in there. There we go. Now we'll save it. Now we'll launch again. Because I need to have him to be able to come out and reset that material science bay. Because you have to have a scientist to be able to do that. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this will even be stable enough to fly down the runway. Because if it won't fly down the runway, then it's certainly not going to fly out on the dirt. Okay, I don't understand. Yeah, this. I'm pretty sure it's this front. I'm pretty sure it's this front. It's that stuff up in the front. So let's take that off. We'll take that off, and we'll just put some kind of static. We'll do like that. You can greatly affect the there we go. See what I mean? So by rotating that slightly, now we can fine-tune it by moving it. Okay. So yeah, that's not too bad. Let's see how that does. These don't have steering ability. So that shouldn't matter. Okay. This is only oh. And then that, all right, so we got roll. We've got pitch and yaw. Roll for that. And then what do I normally need to limit these, I think. Let's just set all of this to 10. Okay. So let's try that. Maybe that's what's causing it. Maybe it's overcorrecting because the sensitivity of them is too high. So let's see. We'll find out. Let's have him EVA. We can test that real quick. Okay, so that works. Let's see if we can get off the ground this time. No, we got some kind of serious instability that's causing this to just not want to fly right. I'm not sure what it is. I have no idea what's causing this to be like that. Our center of thrust is pretty reasonable, I think. Let's try moving the engines forward. I can't imagine that that would have any kind of real impact, but and the only other thing I can think of is maybe the landing gear. Maybe the position of the landing gear is just not very nice. Shouldn't matter. We don't want it too far back from the center of gravity, because we want it to be able to take off, so that should be fine, I guess. Ugh. Okay, I'm not sure what the stability problem is. I don't know what's causing this to do that. Let's try moving this a little forward. And then try like that, maybe. And I know the center of lift is pushing back just a tiny bit, but it really shouldn't make that big of a difference. I really have no idea. Oh. Maybe it's the fact that I have this heavy thing in the back and it's just causing it to oscillate. I'm not sure what the fix to that would be, though, other than trying to move it up, but that's going to really destroy my aerodynamics. We'll try it again. I don't know. We want to create something that's going to get off the ground. Yeah, we start. I'm not sure what's causing this. I'm not sure what's causing this. I'm gonna leave the SAS off. Maybe the Kerbal is overcorrecting or something. That shouldn't be the problem. The Kerbal should not be overcorrecting. That should not be the issue. There's something that's causing this to just start turning once thrust gets up, once we start getting to a certain speed. Yeah. I don't know what could be causing that. I don't know what could be causing that. Okay, well, the only other thing I can think of is just try to set this up in a different way. Let's get rid of that. We'll get rid of our landing gear. We'll set this off to the side for now. We'll pick these up and put them more of a center line kind of deal. And then we'll take our engines and put them I don't know, like that. We'll take another fuselage. Oops. Let's make sure we're not hitting the aileron there. And we'll take that and do that. Okay, and then we'll put our landing gear back on. This is not my preferred method of doing this, but because it looks funny. Sometimes you just gotta make it happen. Okay, and then we can go like that. And then like that. Then we can bring it forward like that to get it. Are we not attached? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll bring this down one so that it's more of a hanging kind of deal. Then we'll bring this up so that it looks like it's attached properly. Okay. And then just make sure that that's like that. And then this really should be able to control the pitch and yaw all by itself. If this setup here doesn't fix the problem, then we'll try to go to more of a traditional vertical stabilizer kind of deal, but it really should be doable. We are going to need those fins on the front just for some aerodynamic, just to push the aerodynamics forward a little bit. We are getting a straight up and down on our aerodynamics, so we should be fine. This should be doable. Let's see how it goes. I'm not sure what's causing the instability. I do want to have super wide landing gears like this because it makes it so that we don't have to be super careful about our angle here. Okay, we're still getting a little bit of a turn, but it's working. Yeah, I have very little pitch authority here. I don't know if that's because I like the roll characteristics. That's good. Let's bump this up to 20. So now the question is, can we get this on the ground? That's the question. Can we get this on the ground? We'll try to land over here, see if we can get some science done and recover. Just all depends. Are we in chase mode? No, we are not. Pull up, pull up. Don't hit the ground. Okay, I want to try to maintain enough airspeed, but I also don't want to crash. So we got to find that sweet spot where we can land. Okay, all right. Yeah, this seems to be a viable aircraft. So let's come to a stop. I really want the brakes to work harder. There we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, so deploy everything. We'll do our EVA report. And then we will go ahead and, well, are we not able to recover? Okay, it's because he was outside. Okay, let's see how much science did we get out of that. Ideally, that's going to put us in position where if we go to land at the other areas, 25. Okay, that's reasonable to do. So let's take it out again. Okay, I can live with this. Let's take it out again. We'll go land in the other areas. I believe we already got the science from the desert area, so we don't need to go all the way over there. Let's do the material study. Let's have him EVA to... It'd be nice if I could have him automatically collect the data and restore it. Okay, have him get inside. Alright, let's get into the air. There is a foothills area off, well, actually, before we do that, let's head over here. Really need to, okay. I really need to set the brakes for this in the VAB so I don't have to remember to do it every time, because that's annoying. So I think 80 is kind of our target takeoff speed, or maybe 70? 70. 70 is our target takeoff speed. Yeah. I don't remember the chase mode changing the camera like this. Not sure how I feel about that. Alright, it would be really nice if you would keep the pitch up like that. Okay, now, can we risk some time warping? I mean, I guess I can kind of live with that. Makes you feel like you're flying the aircraft a little bit more. Okay, so the question is, I forget where the foothills begins. Whoa! Oh, whoa, whoa! Wrong key. I was trying to roll, not y'all. Okay, we'll slow down here. Do our best not to crash. Come on, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Okay, so I think what we'll do, because landing in the mountains is relatively difficult. Just want to arrest our slowing down part. I really wish that the SAS for this guy would just hold it at the pitch that I'm putting it at. It's super frustrating that I have to manually pull back like this. He's supposed to hold the attitude that I'm trying to get him to hold, but he won't do it. Okay. I'm sure that's a flight stability characteristic thing that I need to fix in the design, because I shouldn't have to, it shouldn't just nose down all the time. I shouldn't have to hold back the stick to prevent it from doing that. Okay, I gotta be very careful here because I've lost too much airspeed. Well, that was a big waste. Nah, we need to fix some of the issues with the plane. So let's fix that now. So the problem that we're having is that the yeah, we can't go with this dual fin thing here because that's just not going to work. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to take this and rotate it like that. Well, the only issue I'm going to have if I do that is that That's probably going to block him from getting out, but I don't really care because visually it looks like you should be able to still open the door. Because what I'm trying to get to here is I'm trying to get to where we can have this be like that, and then have a vertical stabilizer on the top. The only problem is that, as usual, I don't have enough room for everything. And I'm not sure what the solution for this is. Because the doors still need to be able to open. I don't think that a stabilizer up here is going to prevent that, but it just looks dumb to do it that way. It's like, what, now the doors are just going to open? The doors are just going to open like that, but the... well, I mean, I guess that's fine. It's not like the middle opens up there. That's actually not bad. Okay. So the only other thing we need to do is, I think I'm going to put tail fins here. Well, it helps to have two of them. That looks really dumb. I mean, that's at least somewhat kind of sort of reasonable. Then we can take these and move them forward to ideally give us better... There's like no really good solution for all of this. Let's take this, oops, let's take this and rotate it ever so slightly. Like that. So that ideally our Kerbal can get out of the spacecraft. Let's go ahead right now and put him back in before I forget to do that. So ideally with this setup, he should be able to run the... He should be able to run his experiments. Okay. Yeah, I want a high deploy angle for these because I want a lot of rudder. I want a lot of vertical control. This one doesn't need to be nearly as insane as the other ones are. Let's go ahead and move this in. So it looks a little bit more reasonable. I'd really like to get this lift vector further forward. I guess that's fine. Can I push this in just a little bit more? Okay, I mean, at least it kind of looks like something. It's not the best, but the lift vector is pretty much where it needs to be. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and call that an episode. Be sure to come back next time so you can find out how this thing flies. If you're enjoying this series so far, be sure to click that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that you are and shares the video with more people so that they can come have fun right along with us. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already so that when the next video comes out, you'll know because it'll show up in your feed. And I'm looking for cool ideas for subscriber or supporter only content for those of you who have an interest in supporting me as a creator. Leave suggestions for that down in the comments along with your feedback for the video. Again, thank you very much for your time and I'll see you for the next one.